We're back. HCTV would like to extend a warm welcome to hairstylist Charles Worthington. How are you?
Very good,
You look
thank you.
very sharp today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
It's great to be here.
Can you give us a little detailed idea of your background?
Sure. Well, I've been in the business 20 years, but before I started training to be a hairdresser, I was actually training to be an architect. So I think that really gave me a love of design and balance. And then, as I say, started 20 years ago. I opened my very first salon in London 18 years ago, and I've now got 5 central London salons, and I recently opened one in New York as well. So busy, busy salons, and across those salons we do over 2,500 clients a week. So they're really, really busy businesses, yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. I also understand that you were twice voted British Hairdresser of the Year. Tell us about that experience.
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, it's a little bit like the Oscars of hairdressing. To win that accolade, you're sort of voted by your peers, which makes it very special because when you know you've got other hairdressers voting you as the best, it's a really wonderful accolade to have. And as I say, I not only won it once, but I won it twice. So it's really a wonderful thing to have because, as I say, it sort of raises your profile in the industry.
Yeah, well, congratulations. That's amazing.
You.
And you also mentioned in your bio that you have a dream for hairdressing. Give us that vision.
Well, my vision is I think everybody deserves a little bit of luxury in their lives. And I started developing products about 8 years ago. And I now sell my products all over the world and sell them all over America in places like Walgreens and Osco and Longs. And I wanted to go out to a very wide audience because I feel that people do deserve a bit of luxury in their lives. And because I've been in the industry for 20 years, I know how to make hair look good. You know, I work a lot with people at the Oscars and the Golden Globes and different award ceremonies. I work behind the scenes at fashion shows in London and New York. So I kind of know what hair needs to look good or to look edgy or to look beautiful or to look soft. So I pour sort of 20 years experience into every single bottle. And that I find exciting. I mean, I brought a couple of the products along today to show you. This is the results line. These are our 2 biggest sellers, and they are for dry or chemically treated hair. This is called Super Conditioner, and this is called Moisture Seal Glossing Shampoo. And as you can see, they're in quite sort of distinct bottles. And I love every element of developing products, not just the ingredients that go in the bottle, but I love developing bottle shapes to make sure that they look interesting and look good in your bathroom and stylish. We also have a fantastic fine fragrance. Have a little smell of that.
Oh, the fountain smells
They're wonderful,
amazing,
aren't they?
yeah.
Very sort of clear and fresh. And I think it's very important that when you're washing your hair in the morning, washing your hair is a necessity, but it should feel like a luxury. And
it smells very refreshing.
It does. It really does.
Wonderful. And I understand you've worked with some of the world's leading designers in London's Fashion Week, and you've written editorials from some leading style and fashion magazines. Give us some of the tips on your famous clientele. Who are some of those people?
Oh, we get all sorts of people coming into the salon, from Mina Savari to Daryl Hannah, Rosanna Arquette, Kim Cattrall. I mean, right the way across the board, which is fun. And sometimes you meet these people behind the scenes at fashion shows because more and more big celebrities are going on the catwalk to actually show off designs. And for instance, in New York, we did the Peter Somm show, we did the Matthew Williamson show, which were really fabulous. And you can see behind us here some of the hairstyles. This was from the Peter Somm show where we did a double ponytail. So it kind of had a really modern, glamorous look to it. And then in London, we did Julian MacDonald and House of Jazz. So we do sort of classic designers as well as edgy, fun designers as well. So it's a really interesting career. I mean, I love it because every day is different.
Right. Well, we here at HCTV love the dirt. So tell us
the dirt.
who's easy to work with, who's a diva, who's demanding. Give us the info.
Well, do you know, I think it's how you treat people. You know, people always say you must have people who are really difficult. And I actually don't, because I think it's, if people come to me to have their hair done, they know that they're going to get all the experience that I have, so they know they're in good hands. And I think so long as you always treat people with respect, they treat you with respect back. So I don't have difficult divas in the chair, but I do. For instance, when I did Mina Savari's hair, I changed her look and gave her a fringe, or a bang as you call it, a few months ago, and she was an absolute angel to work on. I mean, she's such a pretty girl and so petite, but she kind of needed updating, and it really looked great on her. The minute we cut it, it just looked so modern and fresh on her. So every celebrity is different, just like every client is different. So, and I think it depends on, you know, if they've had a row with their boyfriend in the morning, then maybe they're going to be in a slightly worse mood. But in general, they're all pretty nice.
Oh, you're just being nice, I'm sure.
I'd never have another celebrity client again if I started dishing dirt.
And be all over.
Exactly.
No, I'm sure it wouldn't. I understand you do work with a charity, Women Living with Cancer.
That's right, yes.
Can you explain the Look Good, Feel Better?
Sure, yeah. Look Good, Feel Better is a charity which is both here in America and in the UK. And the way I get involved is I go into hospices and we sort of run these groups for 15 women at a time who are living with cancer, and they're either undergoing treatment or they're about to have treatment or they've just had treatment. And it's interesting, it shows you how important hair is in people's lives, because one of the worst things that women fear when they go in to have chemotherapy or radiotherapy is losing their hair. Not about the pain of the treatment or what they're facing, they're worried about losing their hair because it strips them of their self-esteem and their confidence. And I go in there and I sort of show them how wigs can look amazing. Wigs do not have to look awful or false. They can look so real and undetectable. So I cut wigs for them. I show them how to manage their hair. I show them what products will actually give them more volume in their hair if their hair is sort of limp and lifeless, because often the treatment can do that. So it's my way of being able to put something back. And you know, because hair is very relevant in that kind of situation, as I say, I enjoy doing it. Definitely.
It's so true too. When you look good and you feel good when you look good for yourself.
It makes such a difference. And I just, you know, I have some very heartwarming letters from some of the ladies, you know, who I speak to. And of course, you know, it's all ages. You know, cancer can strike anybody from, you know, I have girls of 16 through to ladies of 75. And as I say, I get very heartwarming letters back from people saying it made a difference in their lives. They were able to cope with what they were facing much better. So.
Yeah, it makes sense. I understand you just opened a salon here in the U.S. back in April of this year.
Yeah.
Tell us about the salon. What makes it different than all the other salons in New York?
Well, it's a real pamper zone. I wanted to, I mean, it's a real dream come true for me. I've always wanted to open a salon in New York. Really from when I first started 20 years ago, it was just this dream, and so now I can't believe it's true. And we opened in April, and I wanted it to feel like people were coming into Charles Worthington's home. And it's like a very cool loft space. It's very white and very clean and very fresh. And instead of having row after row of cutting chairs, we've got this great big sort of sitting room area when people come in. And it just, as I say, it feels much more like a home environment rather than going into your typical salon. And everybody that comes in just says that, you know, they've never been anywhere like it. So it's really exciting.
And it's in Soho?
In Soho, yeah. Just right on the corner of Broadway and Prince. So it's a great location.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here on our show with us.
Pleasure, thank you.
If you'd like any information on Mr. Worthington, you can always email us or check out our website at HCTV.com. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Oh, nice to meet you.
We wish you the best of luck with your salon.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.